guys. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, anywhere you're currently watching me from. Welcome, everyone. And this is the Bible story from the Angel of Love. And today we are unveiling the mystical beings of the Bible. These beings actually existed and they are written in the Bible. So, now what if I told you the Bible speaks of creatures so powerful, so mysterious, so beyond our understanding. And this will definitely challenge everything we think and we know about the spiritual world. Now, these are not myths. Um, this really happened. They are divine beings currently guiding paradise. That is the Garden of Eden. They are symbols of chaos and instruments of divine justice. And now, today, we uncover the Bible's most extraordinary creatures, beings of power, mystery, and divine purpose. Now, let me start by asking you, do you know that paradise still exists on earth? But it's hidden. We could never reach it because Adam and Eve, were cast out of Eden, and God placed the mighty cherubim at its gates. But forget what you have seen in paintings and stuff like this. But the Bible describes this cherubim that is guiding the gates of paradise, that is the Garden of Eden, as beings that are overwhelmingly powerful. They have four faces, one of a man, one of a lion, one of an ox, and an eagle. And each represent different aspects of creations. Their bodies are covered in eyes, seeing all things at once. They are guiding the paradise. And they have flaming sword that turns in every direction. No mortal, no human being can pass through. So cherubims are not just guardians. In the book of Ezekiel, they are seen carrying the very throne of God, acting as the bearer of divine will. So now imagine standing before a beast so massive. Now we've talked about cherubim, fine. And cherubims are also part of the mystical beings. Okay. Some of us must have seen them in our dreams, maybe in reality. But I do have a personal experience. So now we have other creatures that existed in the world. We have beasts that are powerful and nothing on earth can, subdue them. Imagine a creature that has, bones like bronze, muscles like iron, and strength beyond human comprehension. Let's talk about Behemoth. Behemoth is actually described in the book of Job. Job spoke about him. He is the undisputed ruler of the land. Today, we think lions are, and lions are the king of the jungle. But in those days, Behemoth was the undisputed ruler of the land. It can drink up an entire river without moving and stands as a testament to God unmatched power. So imagine how powerful this animal can be. So some believe that Behemoth is a symbol of untamed nature, you see, and while others suggest it could now be a non-extinct giant beast. But now we've talked about Behemoth, right? And he dominates the land. And you know what? Something even more terrifying dominates the waters. Now let's meet Leviathan, a creature so fierce. That creature is so evil. Bravest warriors flee at its sight. Nothing can penetrate its skin. It's covered in armor like scales. It breathes out fire. It shakes the sea. Leviathan is the force of destruction. No sword, no spear, no human weapon can pierce its inside. It's a symbol of chaos itself. And yet, despite its power, God laughs at Leviathan. So, if, if God laughs at Leviathan, just imagine how powerful God is. If God can create something so, you know, I mean, imagine how God would look like. Because no force, no beast, no darkness is beyond God's control. And one day, as prophesied in Isaiah, because Isaiah speaks of Leviathan, and also I have also had a video about Leviathan in one of my videos, explained that this animal still exists in 2025. Some researchers have been able to identify its sounds, just its sounds, its heights within the depths of the ocean. So God will slay Leviathan according to Isaiah with his mighty sword, marking the final victory over evil. So imagine the kind of sword that will be used to slay Leviathan, whose skin cannot be penetrated by any sword or spear or human weapon. So no matter how technical the human weapon is, you can't slay that guy. I mean, God will slay him with a sword. Okay? So Leviathan is not only the being of judgment. This I think these beings are beings of judgment. I mean, so in the book of Revelation, a chilling event unfolds, the abyss opens, hell opens, and what comes out of it is a swarm of anything the world has ever seen. Just imagine where the cockroaches live in darkness in under the ground and stuff. So locusts are those things, that lives. Locusts, cockroaches are those things that live under the ground. So these creatures, locusts, they are creatures that have bodies of war horses, face of men, teeth like lion, tails like scorpion. They stink. They bring unbearable pain. And here's the terrifying part. These creatures do not just attack anyone, but they only seek those who do not bear the seal of God. This is not a random distraction. This is divine judgment. Now, let's move to the next one. I guess you are familiar with this mysterious being of all are the Nephilims. These are the ones that walked among men, witnessed by men, that worked, that interacted, that communicated with men. They were giants that once walked on earth. They are described as mighty men of old. Okay, mighty men of old. And Nephilims are the offsprings of fallen angels and human women. And I talked about Nephilims in one of my videos. You can go back. You can go back and watch. Okay. So now, the angels who are supposed to look at things for God, like monitor humans, check out is everything okay, what the human beings are doing, is it fine? They are watchers. They call them watchers. They watch the humans on earth. Now these fallen angels fell in love with women, the women. Okay, and they had offsprings, which was an abomination to God. And these offsprings, I think God did not really punish them immediately. They had offsprings, and the offsprings were terrible. They were evil. They were destroying lands, people, many things. They were doing all kinds of abomination in the land, and God was so upset that their presence was so great, so feared that their existence contributed to the great flood during the time of Noah. So when the flood happened, it killed the women. God, in fact, cursed the women. And they are the marine spirits that we see today, or the marines. We call them the water women. They are half woman and they're half fish. And God cursed them. We call them sirens. You've watched the movie Siren, the season one, season two. I don't know. I think stop at season one. Yeah, the sirens are the fallen angels that God also cursed them and binded them. He changed them somewhere. They're somewhere changed. I also did a video about the fallen angels. You can read about them. They are currently on earth, somewhere down below on earth, while the women are in the sea. They are the marine spirits and the half human thing. And the Nephilims are also, their spirits are also part of the demons. So Even after the flood, the Israelites trembled at the sight of the giants in Canaan. So they were still existing in some way. I don't know how. We can see that exists between David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant. So there's evidence, there are examples that they actually exist. They did exist. And now the question is, do they exist now? Do they exist now? Well, I've not seen one, so I can say. So the Bible is not just a book of history, it's a book of mystery. Beings of unimaginable power guide the throne of God, roams the depth of the sea, walk among men. Some represent divine order, others bring chaos and destruction. But one truth remains: God is supreme over all of them. So imagine how God would look like. He's very powerful, he's very great. He created this massive, fearful, and powerful creatures. So let me just say one more thing. At the very throne of heaven, four creatures beyond the comprehension of God, sorry, existed beyond human comprehension. They are covered in eyes, wings stretched to the heaven. They proclaim day and night, holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty, who was and is to come. These beings are not just mere observers, they are messengers of divine will, forever encircling God's throne. So I ask you, what do these creatures reveal to you? What mysteries of the Bible have been hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered? Okay, which of these beings fascinates you the most? For me, I think they're the cherubims, and I would like to know where that Garden of Eden is, because I think it would be the most beautiful um, thing ever in this world. Imagine creatures that God created, and imagine things that humans create. You can't just compare. So I definitely want to see the Garden of Eden revealed. I know it's carnival, I don't know, but I mean, I want to see the cherubims. I know the ones guiding that Garden of Eden, and maybe I can just peep into the Garden of Eden just a little. Okay, so if you've made it this far with me, thank you so much. I truly appreciate. And just turn on your notification for a more incredible exploration of biblical mysteries. Until next time, stay faithful to God and may the wisdom of God guide you always. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye bye.